In Parshas Boy, the Torah speaks about how Moshe was telling Paroi that Hashem is going to bring plagues upon him because he's not listening, he's not letting the Jewish people out. Throughout these Parshiyas, throughout the whole story of the Tzias Mitzrayim, the 10 plagues, the going out of Mitzrayim, the Eibusha highlights the whole time that one of the main purposes of the plagues was that the Egyptians should know that I am Hashem. Yodu Mitzrayim Keni Hashem. Hashem wanted not only to punish them for their subjugation of the Jewish people, but this was also a way of breaking the forces of evil in the world, that the world should recognize who Hashem is. Chassidus also highlights that the word v'yadu, they should know, there's the word yediyah, knowledge in Hebrew, also shares the root with a similar word which means to break, to smash, to destroy. So to subjugate. So the Eibishter, by showing that he is Hashem, he was subjugating Paroi as well. When we find, even though we find in a certain sense that all the miracles and the way things were when the Jewish people left Egypt will be repeated by the future redemption, as the verse says, like the days you left Egypt, I will show you wonders. And there's many verses that speak about how when Mashiach will come, Hashem will become known throughout all the nations of the world. There's a famous pasuk by the war of Gog and Magog, how the Eibush will become known. But nevertheless, there's a very sharp contrast between the description of Yetzias Mitzrayim, of the exodus of Egypt, and the future redemption. By Yetzias Mitzrayim, the emphasis is on breaking Paroi, on breaking the forces of evil, smashing the opposition. That's the focus. On the future redemption, although we do find a number of verses that speak about how the negative things will be broken, how those forces that are opposing holiness will be taken away, but the focus is really on a contrary motive. The focus is on perfecting the world. The Rambam writes that Mashiach will fix the world. The word tikkun means to correct, to fix, to enhance. It doesn't mean to break. So Mashiach is going to come to fix the world, not to smash the world. This is a very fundamental difference between the time of Yetzias Mitzrayim, of the exodus of Egypt, where godliness broke the world, and in the future, where godliness won't break the world. On the contrary, it will enhance the world, will readily accept it. In Chassidic terminology, Chassidus explain this is the difference between there's two stages in the service of Hashem, in a person's own personal divine service, and in the world at large. There's a level of iskafia, of subjugating evil, and then there's a level of ishapcha, of transforming evil, transforming the world into a dwelling place for Hashem. So the first stage is the stage of iskafia, when a person starts his divine service, his animal soul is at full force, his evil inclination is in full strength. The person first has to subjugate it. Person can't transform it to good, he has to subjugate it. The second stage is a stage of ishapcha, where a person transforms, and once he subdued the evil inclination, he's now able to transform it internally to serve Hashem. And the same thing is at the world at large. The going out of Egypt was the first stage of the redemption. The future redemption is, so to say, going to be the completion of the redemption from Egypt. The first stage is iskafia. The evil in the world had to be suppressed, had to be broken, had to be smashed. The future redemption, through our service throughout the times of exile for the past few thousand years, elevating the world now reaches a stage where we don't have to smash the world, that it should be able to internalize godliness. On the contrary, the world is now ready, that all that needs to be done is v'yasakinah, and we have to fix the world. The godliness will come in a way that the world will be ready. The world itself will be a vessel for it. So we won't have to break the world. We'll be able to internally be ready for it. And the same thing is in our divine service, that the main accomplishment of the future redemption won't be that we will suppress evil, but more that evil will be obliterated. The main focus will be that as we are souls in a physical body, in a physical world, we will be able to completely appreciate and become one with Hashem. Hashem should help, that we should merit to see the completion of the exodus of Egypt, and which will be when Mashiach will come. The future redemption should take place speedily in our days. Amen.